Hi, this is Christine on the Jeep and Daryl on the Down. We are redoing our garage. We were fortunate enough to get from my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They are redoing their house, so we're getting all their kitchen cabinets. So we were able to actually going to be hanging them as well. But what we wanted to do first was redo the flooring. And my husband is doing that right now, and he's going to put sparkles and stuff. This is epoxy. He got it from...
This is Behr Epoxy Concrete. It's a one-step epoxy that you don't have to mix the epoxy, and you can put, it's latex base, so you can put it over the other.
With an oil base, if you had an oil base.
If you had an oil base, or if you had a latex base, or just regular concrete itself. It's just a one-step epoxy.
And then he actually is going to sprinkle.
So what you do is you do basically a 6 foot by 2 foot section, or close to it, the 3 foot at the most. And then while it's still wet, you just take buy a bag of Rust-Oleum sprinkles, paint sprinkles, like you would for any other epoxy, and you just sprinkle them down while it's still wet, so it adheres to the paint, to the epoxy paint. Make sure before you start that you wash or power wash your floor real well, so you get up any oil or dirt that's on the floor before you start. And you wait 1 day before you can walk on it, and then 7 days before you can drive on it.
To bring our cars back in here. What he's going to look for is some kind of rubber matting, so that we can kind of make it a lengthy matting on the floor, so that the tires can just go on there after the 7 days. Because I think that's what really kind of messes up the flooring, is the tires that are constantly going on. Now with this too, this is the entrance to our kitchen, but we had shelving, we had all kinds of stuff hanging on there. We had to take all that off, cleaned everything off, because we're going to be putting cabinets not only on this side, but on the other side. So right now I'm actually going to be painting this side. We moved everything over. Basically, it's going to look like that with the sparkles. This is basically what's going to be on the other side, which is not much. But the cabinets, we have from the kitchen cabinets, there's 4 drawers. My husband thought I picked them up, and he thought I picked them up. So, and I thought he picked them up. So my brother-in-law has them set aside for us. But a lot of storage. Basically everything we had in the garage so far is in the cabinets. We do have some of the equipment, like file cabinets, and this is a file cabinet that we need to put on the other side, but at least on this side we can actually put our bikes, we can put the file cabinets, and then we can actually put in our cars, both our cars, which would be great. And of course, this is a refrigerator, which is fantastic. That was given to us too by my brother and sister-in-law, because they're getting all new appliances. But isn't this great? And what I'm doing here is I'm labeling everything, and then I'm going to put numbers on the doors and have a master sheet. So number 1, have a list of things that are in there, like the home decor stuff. And you know, then I also have paints, and they'll be like, I don't know, say number 5, and you look at number 5, like, well, where's the paints at? And then you look on number 5 and you see where it's at. So that'll work out really nice. But so far, it's been many days that we had to work on this. Thanks. We're going to continue then. This is actually the collection of all the things that we did have on this side as well as the other side. But it'll be really nice to get cabinetry to kind of hide everything. But we had shelves like this, which was all open, which was really nice because you could see what you have, but it really looked all cluttered and not very neat and organized at all. So we're going to be doing this for a couple of days because it will take a process to even with hanging the cabinets too and stuff. So we'll see you later. Okay, we are finished with the garage, and it took us at least 5 to 6 days. The refrigerator we also got from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, and so we put it there. There is cabinetry there as well. We can actually now fit in our 2 cars. We redid the flooring with those sprinkles that are there. And also those pieces of plywood is actually for to cover our windows when hurricanes and storms come really bad. We are going to move that radio, but that's something that's going to go outside when we get the pool. So, and then of course the file cabinets, which have paperwork in it, which I didn't have enough room in the house to actually do, but we're hanging things up. He also hung up his golf clubs, and he does need a couple more hooks that he's gonna hang up things then too. And we may not keep that recyclable bin right there. We're, you know, still playing around a little bit. And then this is basically what we have. So now some of the numbers that I have on here, I didn't have enough of the black lettering or numbers, and actually I have made a list of what's in the cabinetry since everything's covered up, instead of looking through everything just to find something. Mainly this is different tools, and also over here is mainly paints and brushes and some home decor things that I have. But basically this is it, and then of course our beach stuff. But it really came out nice, and the big thing is too, and of course we painted the bottom all black, and we're gonna have to repaint a little bit just to do some of the trim, because the tape that I used, the frog tape, it ran right through it. So I thought that was pretty expensive for, and it's like guaranteed that it's crisp and it doesn't, it shows you that it doesn't spread the paint. Well, it did. Now this is basically the book that I actually typed up. It is actually 4 pages. The first one here is actually, we have little mini toolboxes that we organized even more, and it tells you exactly what's in them. And also then there's pages of what's in where these other cabinetry stuff is. And I'm still having to get more numbers because there wasn't enough, and I accidentally did not line them up correctly. I tried to pull them off and they were tearing, so I thought, well, I'm going to keep them on like that and then just continue to do it throughout all of them, because I'm not going to go through that expense to just because of the numbers. So each number matches, like number 3 has all different kinds of paints in it all over. And then on the very top I have picture frames, which is like home decor, which I could find a spot there, but there's a lot of paints. And I'm just closing it up, but it really turned out nice. I'm real pleased with it. Thank you. Then again, this is Christine on the Cheap. Bye bye.